Yo, what is going on, guys? Clockbot here, and today we're going to be doing a different type of video than what you guys are normally seeing on this channel. I'm going to be reviewing WrestleMania 31, which happened last night, if you didn't know this. And holy shit, let me just say, this was one of the greatest WrestleManias I've ever seen in my life. Um, it was by far a great pay-per-view to watch. Um, Especially for the WWE because they're not the best at making great pay per views like this was. These don't happen very often, so uh, I'm glad that it was at WrestleMania. Like, I was expecting it to be a good show because all the WrestleManias always are, but this one, holy fuck, this one will be remembered. Single matches in this pay per view will be remembered alone, let alone the pay per view itself. And the way I'm gonna be reviewing this is I'm gonna go through the matches. I don't know if they'll be in order, but I will talk about the matches. Hopefully, I'll get through them all. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, so get comfortable. And the first match that we're gonna talk about is, of course, the main event because it's probably the match that I want to talk about the most. And holy crap, the main event was WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar going up against Roman Reigns, and I didn't know what to expect of it because these two guys are brawlers, and I was expecting there to be like a brawl or something, but it wasn't a no DQ match, so they couldn't do that stuff. So it was gonna be a wrestling match. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a little strange, and I was expecting Roman to get a lot of offense in, like more than anyone else would against Brock, but Brock beat the living hell out of Roman the whole match. Like it was actually start. I was actually getting a little bit surprised how bad Roman was getting beat up, and like before the match, before this whole match, I was always saying to myself that Seth Rollins was gonna cash in tonight. He's gonna cash in his Money in the Bank, but throughout the match, I was starting to think otherwise because if if Seth Rollins were to cash in on Brock Lesnar, it wouldn't have made any sense because Brock Lesnar literally did not get hurt at all throughout the match. He actually got cut open by like one punch that Roman Reigns did to him, and I don't know if it was real or not, but it could have been real. I don't know, but he was cut open, but that didn't really hurt him that much. So I started thinking, okay, maybe Seth Rollins isn't cashing in tonight because it would only make sense for him to cash in on a champion if the champion is hurt, so he gets an easy win. And I was like, yeah, if Brock wins this, I don't see Seth cashing in. And then towards the end of the match, Roman started to come back, and he hit two spears, and then Brock kicked out, and then they started fighting a little bit more, and then Brock hit an F5 when Roman went for the Superman punch, and then they were laying on the ground, and I was like, what the fuck's happening now? Roman kicked out three F5s, and the fourth one Brock didn't get the pin because he was laying on the ground, and I was like, is he seriously gonna have to take five F5s? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like no one's ever had to take that many. Um, and then all of a sudden, Seth Rollins' music hits, and he just comes running out to the fucking ring. Like the ramp was so long, he was just bolting it to the ring. Like he was hauling ass with that briefcase in his hand. He gets in the ring and he hands it over to the referee, and the referee was taking so long to like he was talking to the announcer Lillian Garcia to like tell everyone what was going on, and he was talking to her for so long. I thought because Roman Reigns was getting up in the back of in the back of the ring, you could see him getting up, and I honestly thought Roman was like I thought they were planning on Roman to get up and like stop the cash in. I was gonna be so pissed, but then Lillian Garcia goes, Seth Rollins is cashing in his Money in the Bank. This is now a triple threat match. And I've never seen that happen before. I've never seen someone cash in the middle of a match and make it a different type of match. That shocked me. I was like, you can do that, but apparently you can. So it was a triple threat match, and as soon as it starts, Seth Rollins curb stomps Brock Lesnar, and Roman was on the outside of the ring, and Seth Rollins looks outside the ring and he sees Roman's on the ground. So he goes to curb stomp Brock again, and then Brock gets up and he goes to F5 him, and then Roman's back in the ring and he spears Brock while Seth is on his shoulders, and then Seth hops off the shoulders and he curb stomps Roman Reigns. So then Brock was out of the ring. And then Seth Rollins ends up pinning Roman Reigns to be the World Heavyweight Champion, which holy shit am I happy about. Seth Rollins is like probably my top three guys in the company that I mostly like. So I'm very happy that he won. He definitely deserves it too, which is 10 times better. I'm glad that Vince and all them realized that they got a good talent on their hands and they gave him the title. They also let Brock lose without actually losing. Like he didn't get pinned, so that was really good. It made him look really strong still. Roman looked like a complete jabroni that match though, which kind of sucks because they kind of built Roman to be some big badass guy, but that match he was pretty much a rag doll against Brock Lesnar, and then he got curb stomped by Seth Rollins, which made it even worse. Which I mean I don't got a problem with. I'm not a huge Roman Reigns fan. I mean I like the guy, but I don't know. He's not ready for that top spot yet. I don't think. But anyways, that was the main event, and I guess we'll go back to the kickoff show with those two matches. The first match that we had on the kickoff show was the tag titles match. It was the tag champions Tyson Kidd and Cesaro versus the New Day versus the Usos versus Los Matadores and El Torito, and the match itself was pretty good. There's a lot of spots, like a lot of spot fests and stuff. Um, there was actually a point where they were on the outside of the ring, and Naomi and I think Jimmy Uso, because I'm pretty sure Jimmy's the one that's married to her. They both went for an outside dive onto everyone outside the ring. That was pretty cool, through the middle of the ropes or over the ropes. I don't know. Um, Natalia locked in a sharpshooter on El Torito outside the ring, which is pretty fucking funny. Then towards the end of the match, they did a spot where they were all up on the top rope, like, and they did a giant suplex. I've seen that before, but they did three people stacked on each other, which was pretty crazy. It actually looked like it kind of got fucked up on the end of it, but it was still good. It was a good spot, let alone. Um, and then at the end of the match, right after that happened, Big E was laying on the middle of the ring, and I don't know which Uso it was, but one of them jumped off the top ropes with their little big splash. And while they were in midair, Cesaro tagged his foot from the corner where he jumped from. He tagged his foot in midair, so and the referee saw it. So the referee. So Cesaro came in the ring and threw the Uso out, and then pinned Big E to win. So it was a good match. I'm happy with the outcome of it. I was wanting Tyson Kidd and Cesaro to win it anyway, so that was a good match. Um, then we had the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I did not understand why it wasn't on the actual pay per view itself. It was on the pre show, but now I understand why. This Memorial Battle Royal wasn't even near as good as it was last year, and I guess it's partially because the winner was the Big Show. And everyone thought that Sheamus was supposed to return tonight to either be in this match or the latter match, which I will talk about later. But so Sheamus wasn't in this match, and I found that to be really strange. So everyone thought he was going to be in the ladder match, which he later was not to be in. But anyways, the match itself was okay. There was a lot of spots, I guess. Ryback, holy shit, Ryback had a huge pop at that arena. There was a point where he was just eliminating people left and right, and the crowd of 70,000 people started going, "Feed me more," and they were just chanting his little gimmick, and fucking Big Show just gets him out, and all that pissed me off. Like they could have had Ryback win, and I would have been okay with it. But no, Big Show had to eliminate him. So we got to the end of the match, and it was Miz and Mizdow and Big Show and Mizdow, or not Mizdow. Miz was planning on having him and Mizdow team up to get Big Show out, and when Miz was walking up to the Big Show, He assumed Mizdow was following him behind. Mizdow grabbed Miz and chucked him over the ropes to eliminate him, which was crazy. And the crowd went pretty crazy over it because they love Mizdow. And then he tried to get Big Show out, but Big Show overcame him and threw him out. So it was a bad ending, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it. Like, it wasn't on the actual pay per view itself, so I'm not gonna complain. But come on now, the battle royal itself is called Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They didn't actually have to have a giant win. They could have just chose a strong guy to win. Like last year, they had Cesaro win. This year, they could have chose Ryback. They could have chose somebody strong. They could have gave it to Cena, but Cena wasn't in it. But still, like, they didn't have to give it to Big Show. So that's that. I don't know. Okay, now I don't know the order of the matches for the pay per view, so I'm just gonna talk about them randomly. I guess we can start with the one that no one really probably watched because everyone goes to the bathrooms on this match. The Divas match. It was Paige and AJ versus the Bella Twins, and I thought this match was so pointless because it wasn't a title match. It was a fucking tag match, which made no sense. So the match itself didn't matter. It didn't matter at all who would have won it. But in the end, Paige attacked Brie Bella on the outside of the ring, distracting Nikki a little bit, and then not Paige. And then AJ locked in her little Black Widow, and Nikki tapped out. So that match was kind of not really exciting, but it was a good match for a Divas match. I will say that. But all right. Let's see. What is another match we want to talk about? Oh yeah, let's talk about the Intercontinental title match, which was actually the first match. It was Bad News Barrett, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, Stardust, R-Truth. I don't know if I missed anyone there. I might have. Oh, and Luke Harper. And this match, everyone thought was going to steal the show, and I don't know if I want to consider it stealing the show, but it was a damn good. It was a damn good match. It was a great match, but the show was so good that I can't even say that might have that stole the show. But the match itself was really good. They literally killed it out there. They literally killed themselves out there for us to watch. Like, that's what I love. Those guys, everyone that was in that ladder match are talented guys, except I think Stardust and R-Truth were just kind of thrown in the mix, which, I mean, I guess makes sense, but why would they throw in R-Truth if he doesn't like climbing ladders? Like, they could have threw in Kofi Kingston or something, which I didn't understand why they didn't throw in Kofi Kingston, but I guess that's their choice. Um, and everyone thought there would be a special announced eighth guy for this match because usually ladder matches have 8 guys. I think this is the first one that ever had 7, which everyone kind of assumed that there'd be another guy added to it, but Sheamus was never added, which kind of annoyed me because 7 guys, having 7 guys in a ladder match is weird because that means every guy can't go for another guy, like someone's gonna get double teamed or something. So the match was good though. The match was really good. There was a lot of spots with the ladders and there was outside dives. Luke Harper did a suicide dive. It was pretty cool. The spot that I'm going to always remember though in that match was when Dean Ambrose was climbing the ladder and Luke Harper grabbed him into the power bomb position and power bombed him outside the ring onto a wedged ladder. He broke through the ladder, but the way that Dean landed on the ladder looked really bad. Like, it looked like he snapped, like he hurt his neck, but I guess he didn't hurt his neck, but still, he could have. They could have sold that to a point where like Dean actually hurt his neck or something, and like he could show up tomorrow night on Raw with like a neck brace or something. Who knows? He might still do that. I don't know, but I've heard that he didn't hurt himself at all. But that was still a crazy spot. But in the end of the match, it was Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler. They're at the top of the ladder and they were punching each other and they were headbutting each other, and then Daniel got the better end of it. Dolph fell off the ladder and Daniel grabbed the title, and You could not have a better guy win that match. I mean, I guess anybody would have been okay with Dean or Dolph winning it, but Daniel Bryan, he needed that title because the Intercontinental title was the only title that Daniel did not have before this match. So now that he won that, it kind of solidifies him as a guy that's holding every title in the WWE in this time area, I should say. But yeah, Daniel Bryan has a title now, which is insane. That title means a lot more now that a top guy like him has it. Sorry if I'm coughing, guys. I got a sore throat. Or, not really a sore throat, but I'm talking so much that my voice is getting a little raspy. But, that match was that. Um, I guess we can talk about the U.S. title match. It was Rusev versus John Cena. And holy crap. Rusev's entrance was so fucking sick. He came out in a fucking tank, and he had, like, Russians escort Lana out alone. Like, when Lana came out, she had a bunch of Russian soldiers walk her out with the Russian flag, which is pretty cool. But Rusev came out in a fucking tank, and it was so sick. But the match itself wasn't like amazing. I mean, I never expect amazing matches with John Cena, but um, like John Cena. Okay, that match really, I can't really like. I don't know. There was not a lot of good spots at all, but there was one good spot where John Cena jumped off the middle rope backwards and he grabbed Rusev into a stunner. It was so sick. And that's like the only move that people will remember from that match. Um, but in the end, first, oh yeah, before I even get to the end of this match, Lana threw in the middle of the match. Lana, for some reason, threw one of her high heels into the ring, and it didn't help at all. It made no sense. The referee was confused, and John Cena thought that someone from the crowd threw it in, and like, I don't know, it made no sense why she threw it in. Like, I don't know, I didn't understand it, but um, in the end of the match, Cena locked in. Or no, I can't even remember if he locked in the S. No. I remember the match. I remember it now. He was Lana got up on the side of the apron and John Cena was talking to her or something. And then Rusev was gonna hit John Cena. John Cena moved, and then Rusev hit Lana. And then Rusev was distracted. Then he turned around and Cena hit the AA, and then Cena won. I mean, I'm not like disappointed with the outcome of that match, but they didn't have to have Cena win. Like, come on. Like, it would have been a lot better if Rusev retained that title. But then I'm thinking, where would Rusev go after this if he didn't? If he would have won, where would he go after this? Because he beat Cena. Like, he has nothing else to prove. So I don't. I guess I see why they had Cena win. But now I don't know how Cena's gonna do with this title because I mean it's good that they have a top guy like Cena holding the title because it makes the title a lot more prestigious. But I still don't like. I don't know. We'll have to see tonight on Raw whether or not what we'll see with the titles. I guess. Let's see what other match we got. Um, let's see. We talked about tag titles. Talked about all that. Oh yeah, Rollins versus Orton. Now this match, this happened. This is the second match on the card. This match was holy shit. I actually missed the first half of this match because I went to the store and I forgot to pause my network. But I mean, I guess the match, like the first half, wasn't amazing. I was talking to my friends that were watching it. It wasn't too crazy. But the second half was cool. I came in as soon as I walked in. I seen Randy Orton lining up a double DDT to the two security guards, and he double DDT'd them on the outside of the ring, which is funny. But towards the end of the match, Seth Rollins went to do a curb stomp, and while he had his foot on on Randy Orton's head, Randy Orton powered his head up and launched Seth Rollins in the air. And when Seth Rollins was coming down, he just RKO'd him in midair. It was so sick. Like, um, people were just talking about that move for the rest of the night. That move may have stole the show. I'm not even lying. That move was so fucking sick. It was probably his best RKO too. That RKO was that RKO was so beautiful. But now we got let's see here. We got Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, and I was kind of skeptical going into this match because Bray Wyatt built up this match coming to it. Like Undertaker didn't show up at all before this match started, so I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know if how Undertaker was gonna do in this match. I didn't know what his health was, and I must say, Undertaker definitely looked different, but he still did pretty good in the match. Like, it wasn't amazing, but for him being the age that he is, I was okay with the match. Um, Bray Wyatt kind of carried the match though, because, well, I mean, it only made sense for Bray Wyatt to carry the match. But Bray Wyatt kicked out of a tombstone, which surprised me. Like, I mean, I guess I expected him to, but like, I was like, whoa, Bray Wyatt kicked out of a tombstone, because he never kicked out of an AA or anything like that. So I was shocked by that. But I guess towards the end of the match, Undertaker tombstoned him again, and then won the match, and then kind of kind of solidifying him again at WrestleMania. Now he's 22-1, which is great. Um, Next year he's probably gonna go up against Sting or something. But yeah, and also guys, if you wonder why I get a little quiet for a little bit, it's because I'm getting a drink. All right. So the final match. Well, not the final match, but the final match I'm talking about. This wasn't actually the final match on the pay per view, but the final match that we have to talk about is Sting versus Triple H, and this match was really good. Back and forth. Sting actually dominated the first part of it, but then they started getting a little back and forth, and then Triple H started dominating. And then Sting started to get the better half, and then all of a sudden DX comes running out, and I'm like, what the fuck? And like it was the full DX crew. It was like it was crazy, and they started and they when they got to the ring, they got pretty fucked up by Sting. Like they got messed up by Sting. It was funny, but then they started getting the better half of Sting, and then all of a sudden NWO comes out, and they look so badass. They were just walking out. It was Kevin Nash, Razor Ramon, and Hulk Hogan, and they started attacking DX, and it was back and forth. And it was funny. There was a part where Kevin Nash got like tackled or something, and he grabbed his leg when he fell, and he tried to trick people into thinking he tore his quad again. Because if you guys don't know, Kevin Nash is known for tearing his quad. So it was funny. There was jokes afterwards like, "Oh my God, Kevin Nash tore his quad again," and I found that so funny. But towards the end of the match, um, they DX gave Triple H a sledgehammer in his corner, and Sting was in the middle of the ring, and he was just kind of crawling backwards while Triple H was walking to him. And he got to the corner, and Razor Ramon, no, wait, no, it was Hulk Hogan, I believe. Hulk Hogan gave Sting a bat, and then Sting was staring at Triple H, and then Sting swung his bat, and it hit the wood handle part of the sledgehammer, and it broke the sledgehammer. And this sledgehammer was so goddamn fake, because the cut that the sledgehammer had when it broke was so clean. It was unbelievable. But after that, I can't remember exactly what happened, but I do remember at the end of the match, Triple H pedigreed Sting, and Triple H won, which I still don't understand why he won. It wouldn't have hurt Triple H at all if he was to lose that match, but you know, since he lost last year, I guess he has to win this year. But anyways, it looks like these two might be fighting again sometime soon, maybe at SummerSlam or something. Because I know this isn't over yet. They did shake hands afterwards to kind of like show their respects to each other, but I still think there might be more to this. Um, Heck, they might even continue it to the next pay per view. Who knows? I'm definitely watching Raw tonight. Raw will be a good show tonight. But that's my review of the last night's pay per view, guys. WrestleMania 31. I'm gonna have to give that a 10 out of 10. That was definitely a good pay per view. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed my review of this. It was pretty spot on, if you ask me. Um, but with that being said, guys, this has been Quad Quad, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.